Okay, good morning, everybody, for Tuesday, the 15th of August. High pressure is just starting to nudge in from the southwest, giving us finally some settled conditions after what was a pretty wet and miserable day yesterday. As we go through into the next few days, you can see that high pressure will stick around for a bit. The Atlantic never too far away. Some question marks still over what the weekend will exactly bring. But I'd like to say it's a bit more optimistic, put it that way, than we've had in weeks gone by. Those winds remaining westerly at the moment, generally 270, 260, between 10 to 15 knots. Satellite picture over the UK shows a particularly bright start across most areas. A little bit of scuddy low cloud as I look out the window, but nothing too excessive, no real significant weather, and that should all burn back as the morning goes on. Public forecast showing 21 degrees as the top temperature today, with sunny intervals, a bit more cloud in the afternoon, but good visibility throughout with that westerly wind present. GFS generally agrees, maybe temperatures 22 degrees if we get a little bit less in the way of cloud. Dew points dropping potentially down to around 11 today. That's the Larkhill sounding, and looks like, yeah, sort of 12 to 13 degrees is where the dew points are going to sit later today. And with a trigger temperature of around 19 degrees, we should see 2,500 to 3,000 feet around then. But yeah, looking all nice for today. Currently, Lasham temperature 14, dew point of 12, and the picture outside is that. Currently, for PFD, that's what we've got. And as we go through today, it's not going to be the earliest of the starts, but as once we get to around lunchtime, we've sort of got reasonable cumulus around here to about 3,000 feet. This afternoon, probably peaking around 1 o'clock or so, where we have Q2 around 3,500 to 4,000 feet, maybe 4,500 feet above sea level in some parts. Looks good out towards Kent and into East Anglia with slightly higher bases. Usual issues with the Bristol Channel out in the Vale of Pewsey. Through the centre of the country, though, remaining quite good, but starting to bubble up with a bit too much cloud in the afternoon. Also, with the slight southerly in the wind, there is a chance of maritime air or maybe even sea breeze just getting into southern counties. Around us, getting a little bit cloudier at around 3 to 4 o'clock with some probably tricky areas, but cloud base sort of peaking at around 4,000 feet at Lasham. Cuts off, what's that, around 6:30 or so, if there's not too much in the way of top cover. I think this is fairly accurate in what's going to be expected, isolated patches of dead air. So showing that low cloud burning away this morning, you can see the cumulus builds up quite nicely. But by 1 to 2 o'clock, it starts to fill in a bit before drying out in the evening. No real significant weather to talk about. So site forecast today shows that window probably between about 12 and perhaps about 4 o'clock or so, because that's when it gets up to about 5/8 cumulus, so 2 to 3 knot thermals throughout, with the top temperature about 21 degrees, dew points. That's a little bit low, but around 10 degrees or so. Farnborough currently reporting no clouds detected, a light southwesterly, and a few at 4,500 feet. Seems good enough for me. And Odium similar. We'll just go up to Bryce Norton as well. Yeah, they're just talking more about the fog. I'll have a bit more news on Bryce Norton in a bit. Let's get your NOTAMs up. Here we go. So NOTAM wise today, there's quite a lot of activity going on at Abingdon. If I look at Abingdon now on my smartphone, we have article dropping pretty much all day today, 12 till 4. So parachute jumping at Abingdon, and then there's another parachute. There's a Yeah, but pretty much there are two parachute zones within there. If you stay out of the big one, pretty much between 12 and 4, you'll be fine. There is actually a parachute display going on between about, yeah, 15:45 and 16:15. So yeah, if you stay out of that for most of the day, you'll be absolutely fine. Chat to Bryce if you are going closer. Lots of paragliding NOTAMs out and about today, and the Salisbury plane is active as per normal. We got some parachuting at Sibson as well, but that starts tomorrow. And yeah, gliding competition up at Husbos. Thing I just wanted to mention on Bryce, it's just more of a note really. Check what we've got. They are a bit quieter at the moment because of runway repairs. At one point, they were even going to be closed, but somebody's obviously reminded them that they are pretty much the most important base in the Air Force, or at least second best. So yeah, transits through Bryce may be slightly more accommodating at the moment because there's just not so many movements as they fix the runway at last. But other than that, nothing too much going on in the area. Operationally today, we are going to be runway 27. And yeah, winch launch on the south side, aeroplane north side. There's 47 of you in this call, so I'm going to say we will grid for a 27 grid. However, I have found it a bit tricky to get tug pilots today. So if there are any tug pilots on the call, we do need you. But yeah, at the moment, I've definitely got 2 tugs. I don't know much more than that at the moment, so we'll try. But said they're only volunteers. So yeah, 27 with a grid, no jet movements today. We will see you out there. Bye for now.